My name's Jeannine Mosely, and in 2008 I invented a new craft that I call Egg-ami, and it's making things out of egg cartons. I was volunteering in the children's activity room at the New England Folk Festival, and the mother had brought in, one of the mothers had brought in an enormous pile of egg cartons, and I looked at them and I said, oh my God, what are we going to do with these? There has to be something better than turning them into caterpillars with googly eyes and pipe cleaners. And so I was staring at the pile, and this image popped into my head. And I thought, oh, I wonder if that would work. And what you do basically is you bend the egg carton, and you hook the 2 cups at the end of one under the 2 cups in the middle of its neighbor, which is at right angles to it. And you just keep doing that, and you add them all together. 6 of them together make an exosphere. And this is the second exosphere ever made. The first was made by me, and the second was made by this young man. He was 7. And by the afternoon, we were all out of egg cartons. So later I went home and I realized that you could cut strips of cups out of the egg cartons, and you could weave them together in a configuration like this. And you could add them on and keep wrapping them around, and they would close, and you could make something like this, which I call the exoskeleton. This is the icosahedral version of the exoskeleton. You'll see some other exoskeleton shapes later on in the talk. Then I realized that you could not cut just strips of cups, but if you cut through the middles of the cups, you would get strips of the posts in between the cups. And you can weave the posts together in much the same way. And you get these models, which I call explosions. And I think you can see why. So, you know, this is a lot of fun, and I've been playing with them for quite a while. Now, with any craft, it's important to know your materials. Now, there are lots of different kinds of egg cartons. Some of them have tall posts, and some of them have short posts. Tall posts are trademarked. It's called a pillow post. And you can tell them apart because they'll have a flat top on the carton. The bottoms are square or round, and they come in different sizes. Medium through extra large all come in the same size egg carton, but if you go to jumbos, the cups are bigger and they're not compatible. Restaurants get their eggs in trays, and trays come in all sizes. There are quail egg trays, and there are chucker egg trays. Chuckers are a kind of pheasant, and then there are chicken egg trays. And there's also plastic egg cartons, and you can use these. They work quite well. But what you can't use is foam egg cartons, because when you start to bend them, they just crack and break. So they're no good. Now, a lot of people ask me, where do you get your egg cartons? Well, sometimes I wander around at night with a flashlight, and I pick them out of my neighbor's recycle bins. And you can go into your local breakfast cafe and ask them to save trays for you. It's important to have the right tools for cutting egg cartons. You need a short blade to navigate the tight curves, but you need a long handle to power through the thick pulp. But the thing that really works best is a bandsaw. You can stack the egg cartons up 4 or 5 deep and just right through, and they just so fast. It's the way to go. Now, if you get tired of looking at these unsightly gray pulp, you can dye your egg cartons. You can use food coloring or Kool-Aid. And if you do, I recommend mixing the food coloring to a strength that is at least twice as strong as what's called for dyeing eggs on the package. Anyway, most of the shapes that are easy to make from egg cartons are what we call uniform solids with 4 valent vertices. The octahedron, the cube octahedron, the rhombicube octahedron, the icosahedron, and the rhombicosahedron. This is a graph showing the topology of the connectivity of the 12 edges that you have to put together to make an octahedral model. And here are a pair of exospheres. One is, these are not exospheres, that's a typo. These are exoskeletons. This is the octahedral version and the cube octahedron. And there, you know, you can make all the others. Now, if you're really enthusiastic, you can even have your exoskeleton cast in bronze, which I didn't do this. I just found out 2 days ago. A fellow I had given one of these to had sent it off to cast it in bronze. I can't believe it. Anyway, that's my talk. So.